All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shabashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone, and salutations to Rock teach all truth and sincerity. Salaki, excuse me. Um, this is going to be called Remnant will be saved. So this is Second Ezra chapter 8 verse 1. It says, and he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. And this world was created for many, but the world to come, which is the kingdom of heaven on earth, is made for few. Because not all Israel will be delivered into the chariots and to receive the kingdom on the first go round. It will only be the 144,000 and the 1/3 that will be delivered into the chariots and brought to the kingdom of heaven. Be able to build the kingdom of heaven from the very beginning and gather all the heathen nations into captivity, purging out the rebels, like to see the beginning of the kingdom of heaven being established on earth. That future world is made for few, it's not made for many. This wicked world that we're in right now, the time of the Gentiles, the wicked in rulership, this world is made for many. So I'm gonna read verse 2. It says, I will tell thee a similitude, Edris, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course in this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. And there's many of our people. There's many Israelites on the earth, but then only 2/3 will not survive. Only 66.6% of our people are going to perish, while a third of our people are going to be delivered. Out of every 3 people, 1 person is going to be saved, according to the scriptures. I'm gonna get that in Zechariah chapter 13 verse 8. Zechariah chapter 13 verse 8 says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So one out of 3 people will be saved, and 2/3 of within that 3 people will perish. Two out of every 3 people will perish, while 1 person out of that group will be saved. And as my elder of my camp always talks about and brings out, is when you think about it, you look at your family gatherings, your family friends, and you ponder amongst them spiritually, in this large group. Out of 3 in the large group, one shall be saved. 1 shall be delivered. 1 shall receive salvation out of this group of people. If it's like 45 people there, or if it's like 42 or 40, 48, or 51. You know, because I'm just thinking about when it comes to threes and you keep going up in threes. Um, um, one in a group of threes shall be saved, basically. And it says, verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Yeah, because that 1/3, that 144,000, we're Lord willing, if I'm part of that number. We're enduring this spiritual fire. So going through the trials and tribulations, the path of being afflicted in this captivity. Um, you know, being a servant of Yahweh Shem Shai. Um, so we basically sacrificing our lives and our sacrificing our lives in our in in I'm trying to think of that slogan that my elder always talks about: sacrificing our lives and our freedoms to do so, to do this ministry, to do this work for Yahweh Shem Yahshai, week in, week out. Um, you know, basically sacrificing our lives and our freedoms to do so, to do to be a servant to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And that's what the Akim, the men of the Lord, are doing week in, week out on the highways and byways, doing this ministry for Yahweh Shem Yahshai to wake up the elect, uh, to get the blood off our hands, to hopefully, Lord willing, be delivered out of this wicked place, and end up on the chariot with Yahweh Shai and the rest of the elect men and women and children that are going to be delivered and receive salvation in the kingdom on the first go round. I'm gonna go to Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. This is Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. And the straight gate is uh, a condition of difficulty. We're dealing with we're constantly enduring the light affliction, because we're trying to stay on the narrow path, because that will lead to the kingdom, lead to everlasting life. The broad way will lead to destruction, and I'm reading verse 14. It says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Yeah, we're we're on the path of life, enduring within the light affliction, the trials that we have to deal with in our everyday life, and the broad way we understand is going to lead to destruction, and this world is in the broad way, path, because the ways of this world, the wicked ways of this world, will lead to destruction. In this present evil world, destruction. If you continue on the ways of this present evil world, you'll end up getting destroyed. But if you follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, which is going through the straight gate, the condition um, of difficulty, enduring the light affliction, it will lead to life everlasting, the kingdom of heaven. I'm gonna go to Romans, um, chapter 9, verse 27. It's Romans chapter 9, verse 27 says, Isaiah also cried concerning Israel though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. And Israel is innumerable, um, whereas the sand of the sea as a nation, because Israel are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, but we are also scattered amongst the heathen nations, and we may look like the heathen nations. This is not a black thing. This is an Israelite thing. The Israelites that are scattered amongst the heathen go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through their father. But yeah, this is not a black thing. This is an Israelite thing. It's all about seed line and nationality, bloodline. It's not. It's not about color. Israelite could look like Israelite could look like Donald Trump. Israelite could look like you don't Israelite just looking like Wesley Snipes is not through the spirit is not all accurate, because T and Tamara, they look like so-called black women, but their father is an Edomite. So it's all about your father's line and your father's bloodline. It's not about color. It's not about what you exactly look like, because your father could look like me, because I'm a pretty dark skinned man with woolly hair. Your father could look like me and my dad, because my dad's pretty dark skinned and woolly hair. And you could look like Cameron Diaz, because Cameron Diaz, she's an Israelite. Her father is Northern Kingdom, is Northern Kingdom brother. So and she doesn't even look like actual Northern Kingdom woman. She looks like a straight Edomite, but her father is of the nation of Israel, so that makes her Israelite through her father. So it's all about your bloodline through your father, your paternal bloodline. It's not your mother could be anything. Your mother could be Moabite or Edomite, Ishmaelite. If your father is of the nation of Israel, you are Israelite. No doubt about that. But anyway, I'm gonna go to Isaiah, um, chapter 10, 10 verse 22. This is Isaiah chapter 10 verse 22. It says, "For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness." Yeah, a remnant will be saved, and that is the 144,000 and 1/3 of Israel, who are all going to be gathered into chariots and be brought back to our land, which is Israel. I'm gonna go back to Romans chapter 9 at verse 6. It's Romans chapter 9 verse 6. It says, "Not as though the word of Yahweh has taken none effect, but they are not all Israel, which are of Israel." And all Israel is not going to be saved. All Israel today, the 2/3 of Israel are considered heathens unto the Lord. So Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is only looking for the Israel of God, who are a part of the hopeful elect, who are going to be delivered into the chariots and receive the kingdom on the first go around. That's the only Israel he's concerned about, is the election of Israel. The rest of Israel are going to die the death of the uncircumcised and perish on this side, and they will be reborn into the kingdom as children of the elect. Um, you know, and then they'll be right then, and then all Israel will be, saved and immortal, and receive the benefits of the kingdom. Um, but at this time, I understand that the Lord is not coming for all Israel, because the 2/3 are considered the heathens unto the Lord. You know. But anyway, this is Second Esdras chapter 9 and verse 7. Okay, in this Second Esdras chapter 9 verse 7 says, "And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye shall believe." It says, "Shall be preserved," because the scriptures say, "Faith without works is dead." We have to show our faith by our works, in order, the Lord willing, to be delivered out of here and receive the kingdom on the first go around. It says, verse 8, "Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, where within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning." Because they were with Yahweh Shai from the very beginning. They were predestined to be delivered, to receive salvation and deliverance from the very beginning. They were with him creating the earth. They were a part of everything that we see, feel, touch, experience. They were the authors of all creation. So it's right that they get a chance to be delivered, a chance to be selected out of the nation of Israel, to be put on that chariot and bring and be granted salvation and deliverance. Verse 9 says, "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments." So those that loathe, that didn't take heed, that weren't predestined to be delivered, and did whatever they wanted, in the eyes of Yahweh Shai, and they didn't consider to repent from their wicked ways. They're gonna receive destruction, in the end. So anyway, I'm ended right here. I'm gonna say, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kakedash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone, and citations to our all true sincerity and shalom.